Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Great American Bash review. As you see right here, five matches, one contract signing segment. We had a lot of matches, including a follow up before Evolution, before tomorrow's Evolution. I preview what Evolution is going to be tomorrow in that tag team match between JCJay and Fatal Influence Fallon Henry going against Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe. Also, three championship matches. The NXT title was on the line. Open Family defended against Imara. So Aruka defended the North American Championship against Izzy Dane. And also for the men's North American Championship, Ethan Page goes against Ricky Starks. We get the NXT Ring Report here, started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. And you see right here, Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe defeats. And you see on the title, Fatal Influence. Before we get hand, join in that conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Like we said, we're gonna have you welcome, but don't forget to hit that subscribe so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. All right, we get to this right here. We start with this. Jasper Troy come into the ring. Jasper Troy, the LFG champion, the men's champion. He went against Javon Evans. It wasn't an empty feat in this match right here. Javon Evans looking to prove himself. Javon wanted to do so tonight. This against Javon would skin his teeth. Winning tonight. I think Javon going to be a future NXT champion. Tell you that right now. Javon Evans, we can show a little bit later. Javon really putting in the work. And what he did tonight, Von Baylor with the skin of his teeth tonight, got away from you know who. And how that went down, Von had to do what he had to do. Even right here, rolling up Jasper Troy to get the win, stacked this whole entire bottom, Jasper Troy to get the win. And Javon did so tonight. Javon barely escaping tonight as he did. Javon Evans getting the victory over Jasper Troy. I think this rivalry is far from over from a long shot. We'll tell you that. But Javon Evans won his match tonight with Jasper Troy. Another match that everybody was talking about tonight was for the NXT North American Championship. As you see right here, Ethan Page went defending the championship against Ricky Saints. Ethan Page got the victory. Ethan Page did something real damaging right here, doing the modified version of the Razor's Edge right here to Ricky Saints right here on the table. Got the whole time, man, no holds bar. Ricky Saints taking a big dive into the table right here in Atlanta right here, and that gave Ethan Page the victory right here. Ethan Page winning the match, retaining his North American Championship in a match that was really designed for him. Ethan Page did so. Ethan Page still your North American champion. That's what he did tonight. Well, we get to this right here. The TNA contract signing. Trick Williams, Mike Santana, and Joe Henry. These three men were vying for the TNA championship. They're gonna fight at Slammiversary, and that's gonna be a fight for them right here. As you see right here, Trick Williams got slammed through the table, like I was telling you early on in the predicted outcome special. Trick Williams slammed Joe Henry. Joe Henry and Mike Santana put Trick Williams to a table. The both men looking eye in eye at each other, knowing that they want to be the ones leading TNA to the future. Which one of these two men will do so? leading TNA into the promised land. But Trick Williams getting his opportunity right there. Trick Williams may be the dark horse in this match to get them where they need to be for them down the road. So we just have to wait and see about that. Also, too, we saw Jasper Troy right here attack Ricky Saints. What's going on with that? Jasper Troy now moving on from one person to another. Jasper Troy trying to find him some. I mean, when you look at Jasper Troy trying to find from one person to another, so Jasper Troy feuding with Ricky Saints moving forward. Jasper Troy moving quickly to what's going to go down with that. Well, Roca defeated Izzy Dame right here to get the victory right here for defending her women's North American Championship. But I think there's going to be some problems down the road between what's her name, Zaria and Zora. They're going to have a feud down the road. We just don't know when it's going to be, but you can tell, give you an indication right there when it's going to happen. So looking forward to seeing that. Zaria and Sora Roca, they will be part of Evolution tomorrow. Don't forget, we'll have predict the outcome for Evolution. The Evolution predict the outcome comes your way tomorrow. Look forward to seeing that. These women are going to be bringing it, and they're going to be bringing it hard and heavy. And you'll see that tomorrow for the Evolution Ring Report coming your way tomorrow. So look forward to seeing that as well. Getting ready for that tag team championship match. The other team from NXT that's going to be representing the NXT brand to be in that fatal four-way match against the Judgment Days, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss from SmackDown, and the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane from Raw. So a lot of stuff going on, but we see right here, Sora Ruka retains her women's championship, her North American title, and Zora Ruka did so tonight. Well, we get to this right here. The NXT Championship is online. Oba Femi defending the championship against Amara. Okay, Amara winning the championship. I was not kind of keen on to it, what we saw. But before we get to that, the Joe Henry and Max Santana got attacked by Dark State. Don't forget that and we know that Dark State will be going against Mike Santana and Joe Henry, along with TNA champion Trick Williams. Can these three men coexist for one night to put their differences aside before their TNA championship match at Slammiversary? They're going to be taking on Dark State. We don't know which of the four members they're going to take on, but I got an idea. I think we'll see who's going to be out this mix. So look forward to seeing that. But Dark State made the attack tonight as they did. Well, now we get to this Oba Femi defending his championship against Amara. Amara really didn't have no chance in this match. Amara got pinned easily by Oba Femi, and Oba Femi easily retained his championship the way he did tonight. Amara didn't have no match, but I think Brooks Jensen wants to step up and take on Oba Femi. Oba Femi is kind of like big fish in a small pond. He really don't have a lot of challenges coming his way. Maybe we probably get some heavy hitters down the main roster or people we haven't seen in a long time that Oba Femi might need to sink his teeth in to get him some real good competition. He's really not having that real good competition. So who knows what's going to go down, but we'll see. Oba Femi retains his NXT championship and easily defeated victory as he did. WWE also announced right here that they're going to bring Heatwave, sort of like how ECW was back in the day. They're bringing it to Lower Massachusetts on Sunday, August 24th. So they're bringing Heatwave. And so we'll see Heatwave coming your way. We'll get an idea on what's going to go down with Heatwave. Well, we saw tonight the tag team match between Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe teaming up to take on the team of Fallon Henry and JCJay of Fatal Influence. Because we know that tomorrow will be in tomorrow gave us a preview right. Let me get your preview right quick. What's right here? Right here. Jordynne and Blake Monroe win. Jordynne raising herself momentum heading into her championship match against JCJay. This might be an indication of Jordynne Grace might win the championship. But Blake Monroe defeated JCJay, so that gives us an indication that Blake Monroe might get a shot at the women's championship. Whoever wins, Bestie or JCJay, you never know. We'll kind of see how long this is going to play out eventually. We'll see. But Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe win the women's match in the main event. We see right here, Blake Monroe with the pinfall over JCJay to get the 1, 2, 3, and did so tonight, as we saw right here. So the Great American Bash was kind of like a fill-in show just to get you set and ready for Evolution. But we'll see on how this is going to go coming around down the road for how this is going to be. And we'll see. All right. Thank you all for watching this special edition of the Pro Wrestling Show preview of the Great American Bash review as we did. You can go back as you can. Don't forget, later on in a couple of hours, we're going to have the Saturday night's main event. Within an hour, the Saturday night main event, predict the outcome as well. So look forward to seeing you there on the Saturday night main event, predict the outcome. Go back and watch from our archives throughout the whole week. It's been a busy Saturday. So we thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long. We'll see you next time.